We've decided to make Lionhearts paid access. There's a lot going into this decision, and I'm going to break down why we are making this change. I want to say off the top that no one who has played Lionhearts before the making of this video will have to pay for access. We are going to be paying out any of our current and previous players the amount they need to buy access. All existing or former players will be getting access to Lionhearts for free, and that will not change at any point. This change will be grandfathered in. Please continue watching to find out how to receive these payouts to buy yourself access. The most obvious reason from a player's perspective a development company would make this change is money. However, that isn't exactly true because of Roblox's own limitations. Roblox does not allow paid access experiences to earn any money from premium payouts. Right now, premium payouts are around 1/3 of our total income from Lionhearts. So why would we be making this change if it didn't result in more immediate revenue? The most important reason we are making this change is for player retention. Lionhearts is one of the most complicated games on the Roblox platform. Updates such as Arena and Passage of Pilgrimage were attempts to make Lionhearts less overwhelming and more accessible for the average Roblox player. And these changes obviously did not fix our issue. We knew it was time to try something different. Retention is the most important KPI, or Key Performance Index, for a successful Roblox experience. Retention directly relates to concurrent players, which leads to revenue and long-term game success. Lionhearts actually performs well on many of its KPIs, with the major exception of retention. For years, we at Crusade Studios have tried numerous different onboarding strategies to fix this retention issue. If you've been around long enough, you've noticed. We are still committed to fixing and addressing this issue, and we believe paid access could be a major part of that fix. Most free-to-play Roblox experiences rely on instant engagement, quick loading times, and simple mechanics that are easy to learn and understand in order to be successful. Even with all these things being true, it is still difficult to make a successful free-to-play Roblox experience. When you enter a free-to-play game, you have no investment to keep you around other than these immediately accessible and easy to understand features. This game is competing for your attention with thousands of potential alternatives. You can hit the exit button and enter into any of these alternatives within seconds. This is part of the beauty of what makes Roblox unique. Its radical accessibility. And its radical accessibility is where the problem lays. Lionhearts was never designed to be a prototypical Roblox experience. From its inception, Lionhearts was designed to be something that people did not expect to see on Roblox. This is a double-edged sword. It presents Lionhearts as unique, vast, and complex, with far more features than your average Roblox game. At the same time, that complexity and learning curve required to play means many users will give up before learning how. The base directional combat system alone is far more sophisticated than almost any alternative on the platform. For the past few years, we've desperately tried to make the game more accessible without dumbing it down and changing what Lionhearts is. Every solution we've tried has not worked. Instead of making Lionhearts into something it's not, we've decided to embrace what Lionhearts is. A game that is not for everyone. A game that's difficult, complex, hardcore. A game that not everyone can pick up and understand. So what about paid access fixes this problem? Paid access puts a barrier on the game that requires some form of investment to bypass. This is the philosophy within the Passage of Pilgrimage change we made. Players could either purchase it or earn it, ensuring that when they entered the main faction experience of Lionhearts, they were invested. The Passage of Pilgrimage was an attempt at a compromise instead of going for full paid access. Even though we dumbed down the arena experience and limited its complexity, it still was not enough to fix the core problems inherent to the combat system and RPG style of Lionhearts' design. and it didn't do anything to fix our retention issues. When someone purchases a game, they become inherently invested in it. Many difficult and complex games, from Dark Souls to Civilization, have a serious hefty price tag attached to them. That means after purchase, before spending a single second in the game, it has value, and the player has investment from that purchase. The first time you get frustrated or stuck learning a mechanic, instead of leaving, you're inclined to stick through it and learn. The player is given the responsibility of learning and sticking with the game long enough to onboard themselves and give the game a fair chance. On Roblox, this can allow a game to escape from the prototypical model. Lionhearts cannot successfully toggle between an intricate player-run faction game and a free-to-play experience. When you play Lionhearts and engage with its community, ask yourself if it actually feels like a free-to-play game or a paid access one. To me, the answer to that is obvious. Lionhearts' strongest asset right now is its community. Paid access will make entrance into that community feel more exclusive and meaningful. Paid access immediately alleviates several other problems. Paid access games deal with significant less exploiting and thus makes moderation much easier. If someone gets banned for breaking the rules, they cannot freely make dozens of alts to keep causing more issues. This also helps us prevent and catch people who engage in duplication bugs and other things of that nature. This will fix the issue of creating alts to serve in multiple factions at once, bypassing alliances and artificially inflating activity for factions. This is not a guarantee that paid access will fix everything for our game. We're committed to Lionhearts. We've been considering this option for a very long time. We wanted to avoid doing it because ultimately we do want as many people to play it as possible. However, given everything that has happened and the rationale I've already stated, it's possible this could make the game grow in numbers due to improved retention, not shrink. We're more than willing to reconsider this at a future date if something goes wrong, but for the foreseeable future, we are committed to being a paid access experience. The last few weeks have been difficult on our community and on our studio. A new duplication glitch forced us to shut down the game temporarily, and it happened at the worst possible time. During that time, we were unable to address anything with the bug. As everyone was on Christmas break, we never anticipated or wanted Lionhearts to be shut down for this long. We believe now is the best possible time to move Lionhearts to paid access. You should encourage any friends you have to play now, while the price will be at its lowest as we go through this grandfathering stage. I believe that the quality of recruits will be higher, and the chance that they actually retain and become active members of your faction will be as well. I know this is still upsetting to many of you desperately competing and trying to keep your faction alive. That's why we are making the following commitments to the community in addition to the paid access change. We will be prioritizing faction and community updates from here on out. All changes will be aimed towards developing a game that fits the following description. A game where players gain resources and experience to ascend in both individual progression and player-driven dominance hierarchies, set in the historical medieval Crusades, where factions have a real and meaningful impact on the world. This means we will no longer be doing updates that have nothing to do with factions or community requests. We are no longer going to try to mold Lionhearts into something it isn't. Instead, we are going to embrace what it is and maximize that to its fullest potential. This doesn't mean removing features we have added, but modifying them to fit this model better, or rethinking their implementation. We will be adding individual faction quest lines, unique to each faction, to help onboard new players into their factions. This means a player will be able to progress in a faction through quests and not require other players to engage with them to do so. Onboarding that relies on players to be successful will always be held back when players are not online or willing to help players get started. We will be adding whatever we can to help prepare new players for Lionhearts as a faction-based experience. I've seen countless times new players interested in the game quit because no one would recruit them or explain how factions work. This is not good game design. These things need to be able to be figured out without player-to-player interaction. Any interaction that does happen should be a bonus and a supplement, not a requirement at the starting stage of a new player's experience. We will be working on new and exciting features that will add depth and customization to our world, and factions that will be added in the future. New regions such as Cyprus, Anatolia, Persia, and Egypt. New unique bases to fill up existing regions and new ones that allow factions to own multiple side bases. A series of feudal system features where lords can manage and set taxes on their own garrisons, and much more. Guilds where people can engage in passive skills more meaningfully. An entire new property system where all property has real value and supply. This will also include more property types and unique buildings that can be owned, such as farms, smiths, taverns, bakeries, and religious buildings. It can also be managed by its owners. We're going to fill up our world with more fun quests and content to engage with. More weapons and weapons types. Hunting, fishing, farming, and other new passive skills to engage in. Active skill abilities that diversify and enhance combat. Siege weapons and deployables that can be crafted and used throughout our world. New horses and mounted combat. Ships, naval combat, and advanced faction trading. We believe as we work towards these features, Lionhearts will continue to grow and become the experience we all want it to be. Paid access will be starting at 25 Robux, the minimum we are allowed to set it at. Until we are done with faction quest lines, we will not be upping the price. This means for the next few months, any existing Lionhearts players can fill out the Google form provided in the description and get the 25 Robux needed from us to get access. In order to receive access, the following must be done. You must be a member of the Lionhearts Roblox group for 2 weeks so we can pay you out. Join now if you haven't already, so you don't have to wait as long. You must have played Lionhearts on the requested account before the 2024 calendar year. That means any new friends or people who have not played will not be given free access. If both of the above are done in order, you must then fill out the Google form in the description below so a member of our team can process your request and transfer you the funds. We are as committed to Lionhearts as we have ever been, and we firmly believe that this step will help bring us where we need to go to make Lionhearts succeed. Thank you everyone for your continued support. It means the world to us, and we couldn't have asked for a better community to support Lionhearts. If you're upset at us because of this decision, we understand. If you choose to take the 25 Robux, not buy access, and abandon the game, we support your decision. We are more than happy to give it to you as a thank you for your dedication towards making our dream of Lionhearts. It's the least we could do. We will be opening the game back up as soon as we possibly can with this change. Please leave a comment or feel free to message me to discuss and talk about this change. I'm more than happy to listen. Thank you all. I'm extremely excited to start on this next chapter of Lionhearts together.